Everyone, class 10 student, let's continue our class. So far we have done acid, right? So today we'll start bases. So bases are those substances, okay, which got bitter taste, okay, bitter taste. So bases are, write down, bases are those chemical substances which have a bitter taste, okay, which have a bitter taste. Okay, so example, your bitter gourd, isn't it, it contains base. So but in chemical, all these substances, we call it chemical substances, okay, in chemistry. So write down example. So first base of your class is your sodium hydroxide. So write down example, sodium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, okay. So next we have so many bases are there. Calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. So these are the bases, okay, clear, example of base. So now say this, there is a type of bases called water soluble and non soluble of water, okay. So water soluble bases are called alkalis, okay. So alkalis, write down alkalis. Alkalis of alkalis, what is alkalis? Base, okay, of base which is soluble in water, of base which are soluble in water, like your sodium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide example, alkalis bacha, okay. So next potassium hydroxide, which is soluble in water, clear. So this disturbance are there, okay. So next we have strong base and weak base. So strong base भनेको those base which completely ionize whenever you mix with water are strong base, and weak base are those which are partially soluble in water, clear. So next, also next topic, what do all the base have in common? So base मा चाहिँ के हुन्छ, सबै base मा के चाहिँ common हुन्छ, okay, let's see. So write down what do all bases have in common, okay. आफै लेखा हो कि ढिलो हुने रहेछ. So let us take a base, okay. Whenever you mix with water, okay, whenever you mix your chemical substances base with water, you'll get it dissociate, okay, breaks into, okay, two parts. Dissociate means breaks into. So positive of sodium and hydroxide, negative of hydroxide. So these are ions, isn't it? Hydrogen ions and sodium ions. So this is common in all the base. So write down a common property of all base. Common property of all base is that they produce hydroxide ion, okay, when dissolved in water. Dissolve in water, clear. So this is the common thing present in the all bases, like your potassium hydroxide. So K plus OH minus. So those are the common things present in a base, that is hydroxide ion. Clear? So next we'll talk about properties of base. Okay, so there are 6 properties of base, so turn wise we'll do. Okay, so write down properties of base. 6 properties of bases. In class 10 you should be very serious. Okay, so your attendance is not 100%. Okay, only 1%. Okay, we're calculating your attendance or this and that. Okay, so only 1%. Okay, out of 100, 99 gone. Okay, whatever they are doing. Okay, so but percentage is there, isn't it? So you'll get 20 marks from this attendance. So remember this one and be alert. Okay, so properties of basis. Right, properties of basis. So first property of base is base have, what base have? Base have bitter taste. Clear? First property. सबै बेस के हुन्छ? All base have bitter taste भन्छ, but not exactly the correct one statement. Okay, but you just write base have bitter taste. Second, bases feel soapy to touch. Whenever you touch, base will give soapy. Soap कस्तो हुन्छ? चिप्लो. Next, very important, bases turns red litmus. Okay, into blue acid, blue into red. Clear? So base test गर्दा कुन चाहिँ litmus लिनुपर्छ? Red litmus. Then dip into a base, you'll get blue color, and that particular substance is your base. Fourth, we have bases also conduct electricity in solution. Okay, whenever you mix with water. So bases conduct electricity in solution. Okay, solution means whenever there is a electrolyte. Okay, so next, fifth one, write down. Bases react with metals to form hydrogen gas. If you react bases with metals, what it forms? It forms to form hydrogen gas. Now compare with your acid also. Okay, so acid is opposite of base also, they may say. Okay, some teacher may say, but see, compare first property. Okay, so example, sodium hydroxide is your base, react with zinc as a metal. Okay, what it gives? It gives, if you heat it, if you heat, you'll get what? You'll get Na2 hydrogen gas, you'll get, isn't it? ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas. So this sign is your gas. So base reacts with metal, gives hydrogen gas. Hydrogen H. This is your H. Hydrogen gas. So next, write down And remember this, all the metals do not react with base to form hydrogen gas. Okay, clear? So what are they? They are, so many metals are there, isn't it? So all the metals do not react with the base to form hydrogen gas. Clear? So now let's move on to 6 properties. Understood? I hope you understood. So next 6 property, base react with acid to form salt and water. Bases react with acid to form salt and water. Salt and water. And this reaction is also called neutralization reaction. Acid में गरेको छ हामीले. Okay. So very simple. Take base NaOH plus acid. Take any acid. Okay. Let's take sulfuric acid. So you'll get salt and water. Okay. NaSO4 salt. Water is your H2O. So now balance it to then this should be 2. So this should be 2. Right. And this reaction is also called neutralization reaction. Why? Because acid and base gives salt and water. Salt is neutral. Water is also a neutral molecule. So last properties of bases is your 7th property, that says that bases react with non-metal. Okay. So you know non-metal, isn't it? So class ma bha चाहिँ मजा आउँछ पढ्नु. Okay. कति जनाले metal र non-metal पनि चिन्दैन. Okay. So 7, bases react with non-metal oxide, also non-metal oxide, to form salt and water. Remember this one, salt and water, salt and water. So base react with non-metal also gives salt and water. So take one base. Let us see the example. Okay. So let us take calcium hydroxide is your base, isn't it? And oxide is there, isn't it? So plus with base. This is base, isn't it? So react with non-metal oxide, non-metal carbon, isn't it? Oxide is your CO2, carbon dioxide, isn't it? Gives CaCO3, that is your calcium carbonate, plus it is your salt plus water. This is your salt, isn't it? So this reaction is very important. Okay, this is calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide. This is what? Calcium hydroxide. This is base. This is what? Non-metal oxide. Non-metal oxide. This is what? Salt. And this is what? Water. And name, chemical name, calcium carbonate. So these are the properties of bases. Okay, write down properly. देखिएन भने pause गर्दै हेर्नु ल. So next we have use of bases. Next we have use of bases. Now write down use of bases. Uses of bases. So first use, let us see, sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium हाइड्रोक्साइड यसको नाम के हो SODIUM सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड okay. So sodium hydroxide is used in manufacture of soap, paper and synthetic fiber called rayon. Okay. So it is used in manufacture of soap, papers, synthetic fiber, rayon. Clear? So second one is your calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. So write down, is used in manufacture of bleaching powder. याद राख्नु योहरू इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ भरे सल्ट पर्दाखेरि चाहिन्छ ओके ब्लिचिङ पाउडर नेक्स्ट magnesium hydroxide is used as antacid जति बेला ग्यास हुन्छ नि तिमीले त्यो ट्याब्लेट खान्छ नि त्यसमा के हुन्छ magnesium hydroxide that is one base and antacid is your medicine okay यो बनाउँदाखेरि के लाउँछ magnesium hydroxide हुन्छ त्यो भित्र clear so sodium carbonate you know washing soda and softening hard water sodium carbonate that is your sodium carbonate is used in washing soda and softening hard water okay hard water जस्तो मैला पानीलाई सफ्ट बनाउनलाई sodium hydrocarbonate 5 मा छ sodium hydrocarbonate छ नि यो चाहिँ केमा युज हुन्छ बेकिङ सोडा अरु के छ कुकिङमा लाउँछ नि यो बेकिङ सोडा yes so these are the use okay and you may note from your book also you'll get this one so what I mean to say is that so many of you are not attending or what you would say not submitting your work so we'll talk later and we'll fix your marks okay or 20 internal marks so many of you are not submitting your work right so time and again I'm alerting you but you people are so what you call mute okay so that's the problem so hope rest of you also do whatever one person is doing okay only one person is doing that means one student is doing science work mathematics work okay but other people are 99 people are vanish okay in vain okay so that's it for today.